The purpose of this meeting is to prepare and make a global climate change fund proposal to seek reasonable funding for the region.
The Lake Region Economic Bloc is a bloc which is composed of 14 counties. And these 14 counties, which most of them come from this lake region, are counties which have a diversity of challenges in terms of climate change. And because of these challenges that we get, we were able to have an opportunity to come together, being brought together by acts so that we can discuss on how we can get some support in resource mobilization.
The big question we've been asking, how do we bring all this together into a movement that can, one, be shown to the world, okay? And as a movement that can, two, tap into the enormous resources that are available for climate change.
The importance of integration of these counties in matters climate change, one, is that we all know when it comes to climate change, there are no boundaries in terms of the ecosystem and the atmosphere. So when one county suffers from the effect, the adverse effect of climate change, the other counties will have what we call the multiplying effect.
Like for example, when you check these regions whereby they are planting tea, when they are weeding, they are using some chemicals. These chemicals are finally washed into the rivers. These rivers finally feeds to Lake Victoria, and they pass through other counties like Nyamira, like Kisumu.
We'll need to identify the key integrated activities, all right? I know counties, many things are going on, but we need to identify those. These are things that we need to achieve by today, at least so that we have some results. And then number two is develop activity timelines and responsibilities. What are some of the things that we want to do, and who is responsible for them? And then just propose a governance structure for this LICAP. How do you want to see it managed?
We'll use the flip charts. I would like each county to take a leaf of the flip chart, and then you put down the key areas that are have integrated approach.
As we go through this, then we're able to have that, as we focus on developing concepts, the concept should be around natural resource management and how then it contributes to sustainable livelihoods.
Things like now the climate change monitoring and giving evidence of the monitoring aspect, I think would only come up when we have this mass of people. Let's say you have somebody from Trans Nzoia, you have somebody from Nyamira, you have at local levels, right, that would be able to give evidence of some of the climate change issues that are going on. The second aspect is now what we call the climate change financing. There's a way they track the climate change funding systems, right? Even in our counties, you can be able to track that, of course, we've spent this amount of money in terms of climate change actions. And to me, that's why I think it would be important to actually hype this up.
It is within the counties that we have, things that are running on the ground. It is within the counties that we have adaptation activities which are sort of impacting on the lives of people. It is within the counties that we have several, activities that could contribute to mitigation.
Most counties do not have what it takes in terms of legal framework. Most counties have not been able to come up with policies, to come up with bills and acts that are needed.
Because that is part of the process for this particular framework, so that all counties at least have their policies in place that is going to be supportive of what we are trying to do here.
We were able to discuss on how best we can be able to develop a concept and later develop a proposal. And from this proposal, we will be able to request for funding, either from World Bank or from the Green Climate Fund. And today has been a very successful day because the turnout was 100%.
So I believe that once we're able to work smart as a region, take advantage of our strengths as individual counties, then basically we're able to drive agenda of ensuring that the Lake Region Economic Bloc becomes also a hub.
The biggest take home today will be that we as a county, Vihiga especially, we really need to put more effort into matters climate change, we really need to come up with strategies and different action plans.
We have now formed a technical team. This technical team is going to work with the Secretariat at the LREB, and we are likely to have at least a first way of working towards making sure that we have a proposal in place, maybe in 6 months or in about a year, which will be able now to bring some funds to this region. From there, we have formed a small committee that is going to execute on the agenda that we have discussed today from next year in January. And therefore, we are very happy that it has been a successful meeting, and we are going to see the fruits.